Welcome to Alchemy Avenue, where we transform in real time, trust the vibe, and grow on purpose. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, a reminder that you don't need fixing, just unlocking. Around here, we laugh, we build, we heal, and we elevate, all powered by that deep inner knowing that says, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. You were made for this version of you, so let's expand, let's enjoy it, and let's keep becoming who we already are. Tap in. This is Alchemy Avenue. Welcome back to a wonderful and amazing episode of Alchemy Avenue. Today, let's feel empowered. Let's feel like every time we walk, step, moving forward today was with purpose and power and clarity. So let's get into it today. The real miracle isn't that you can create anything. It's that you can create without needing anything. So let's get into that. Let's sit with that question. Let's sit with that, how we frame that and how we move. So let's go through that. The real miracle isn't that you can create anything. It's that you can now create without needing anything. This is not just a concept. Let's use this as a lived vibration. Because what if the game was never about getting better at manifestations from desires, but about remembering how to manifest from sufficiency, that you're already enough. And the field it aligns with you being sufficient. What if true power isn't about what you can call in, but about what you can release? The hunger, the grasping, the waiting. This episode is about a different kind of creative authority. Not the noisy kind, not the desperate kind, not the I gotta prove it kind, but the kind that whispers from deep within. I'm already the answer I was waiting for. So before we enter this architecture of this conversation, let's breathe, let's set into it. Let's understand that we're always enough. You, at this very now moment, are always enough. And once we know that and can move with that, then that just helps open things up for us in ways that we never thought that could happen for us. But once we get past that point, then it's just expectation. I expect great things to happen for me all the time. That's my norm. So yeah, let's definitely get into it. So before we enter this, let's feel the moment, feel the quiet, feel how creation doesn't always roar. Sometimes it just resonates. Sometimes it does roar too. But today we're speaking about how letting it resonate. Let's walk through the next layers as, not seekers, but as secure. That's just how we roll. We're just secure with how life treats us, and we love it. We love it. So the true miracle of creation, the real miracle isn't that you can now create anything, is that you can create without needing anything. This isn't just poetic. It's truly to me, this concept is really practical. So let's unpack it. Embodiment isn't perfection. No need to be perfect. That shouldn't even be on the table. And don't let no one convince you that you have to be. It's not about even yourself. Don't get into your head, us overthinkers and overanalyzers. Don't let us get in our head and think that things have to be perfect. It's not about flawless execution or having it all figured out. Embodiment means you're living your truth. That's right now, as you are. Not waiting for the final version of yourself, because it's the journey. Just deciding that this moment, this breath is already worthy of creation. You're not proving your worth. You're expressing your frequency. You don't need to audition for alignment. The things meant for you respond not to your performance, but to your presence. Again, the things that are for you, for us, they are not responding to our performance and how we perform and how we go about and the reward. We're not being rewarded for the things that are for us. It's just about being present as our fully authentic self. You're not just thinking empowerment, you're regulating into it. This isn't mindset hype, is somatic coherence. Okay? You're letting your body relax into the truth. Your soul already knows. I don't need proof to be powerful. You do not. You do not need to have proof, at least proof from exterior things, or even in interior. You just, if you walk that way, just move that way, then you'll quantum leap all the denseness that you can create in your mind with, oh, I got to do this, I got to be this, I got to be that. No, just be powerful. Just be powerful. And from this grounded space, creation flows. So I don't need proof to be powerful. From that grounded space, creation just flows. And you get to create. And you get to create with, ease. You're still going to have to, work on your craft and do your things that you do. However, you'll feel better. You'll feel unbounded. You'll feel clearer. And you'll be able to move and create from joy, peace, happiness, freedom. And then you're really clear about your creations, and you better create from a better place of purity, in my opinion. So let's get into ontological security. And why this changes, this right here to me changes everything. Ontological security is a real bougie, fancy way of saying I feel safe simply because I exist. Simple. I feel safe simply because I exist. That's it. That's the safety. That's the hack. Not because the bills are paid. Again, performance. Not because someone promised me forever. I know we have our master teachers, and we have a lot of different things that a lot of people we can even look up to, and even some of the archetypal guides, like Archangel Michael and Thoth, and just a lot of these different, Jesus, even God, we even can put them, as, oh, I have to do this for them. I have to do this, in my opinion, that's good to have that relationship. It's very important to have that relationship. However, how does it make you feel? How do you move in that space? Not saying, you don't, recognize that there's a God and there's all these other, master teachers that came before, but understanding they're not on the pedestal where you grovel and, you have to be performative to receive something back from them. God is probably a little separate, but all the other ones, you don't have to see them as that, because God, to me, God is inside of you. You have all what you need here, inside, from God. You're a piece of God. As Christians say, you're a child of God. So if you're a child of God, I already have that inside of me, then I can move, of course, with the guidance, but I'm moving in this 3D incarnation at this now moment, powerful and confident, with the help. So with the help of anybody that you want to name as higher, or not necessarily higher, but anybody that's etheric, or anybody that's in another plane that you can get and seek guidance from. To me, it's about co-creation. It's what it's all about. You co-create. None of these beings are higher than you. God is the ultimate creator. So that is already a part of you. So that's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable that God is who God is. You're a part of that, though. So let's just not forget that. Not because I got reassurance from something or someone, or even you go to a psychic or anything like that. You got some clarity from them. You co-created this now moment that they gave you some insight on some different things that could come up, Depends on, how you resonate and what you do and how you move after that fact. Because they're just tapping into what they can see from that time that you got your reading or did anything like that. So because you're already steady within yourself, you don't lean on these things as you're needing. You need these things. You don't need them. It's about, to me, about co-creation. So let's bring this into real life. It's the difference between feeling confident because things are going well, which that's always easy, versus feeling confident because you know who you are even when things wobble. So how are you when things wobble or certain things happen? Are you still strong in your conviction of who you are, or do you shake a little bit? And if you do wobble a little bit, that is okay. The fact that you realizing that, and now you can steady yourself. That's perfect. That's perfect. So don't let concepts and different things that we may listen to supersede our ability to learn and learn how to be the best version of ourselves. Because that's all it is. It's all a journey. And you're going to always have situations that you may thought, oh, I thought I was past that. You are, because the fact that whatever happened, and now you can reflect and apply whatever learning lessons, knowledge to said situation, and then move forward and feel, clear and powerful as you move forward. It's not about ignoring danger. Never not saying that. Never not saying, oh, no, nothing can touch me. Nothing. I'm just, no. I'm never saying that. It's about no longer inventing danger where there isn't any. Because again, like I said before, we have incredible and masterful imagination. So we can create things in our mind that's not even really present. When your nervous system learns it doesn't need to brace, your energy becomes available for building, not just surviving. And that's a thing too that I don't think a lot of people kind of talk about, is that once you go through trauma and you go through any kind of situation here in this 3D and childhood stuff or any adult trauma or anything that may have happened, your body holds that. Your nervous system has created a safe space for you. Your nervous system has created almost like a fortress. So whenever that comes up, you feel that, and then you get nervous. You get kind of, oh my God, what is this? Or why am I freezing up? Or it may be a situation from someone, or you see that person and now you tense up. Your body is trying to protect you. We have to understand that we have to love ourselves and be in a space where that nervousness, that anxiety is all information. What are you going to do with the information? What are you going to do with that? I call it data. What are you going to do with that data? Because I feel it too because some people, I can tell they're real contentious. And every time we interact, it's always, they want to have that, back and forth. And my body is like, my body is, in my mind, I'm like, because I kind of like the confrontation. I don't know. Again, you have to know yourself. So but then I know I don't need that confrontation. See, that's the difference. I like confrontation like that because I know I like the back and forth sometimes, because I'm not saying I'm right, but I mean, I can hold my point down. I know that. And to me, that's a little fun, but do I really need to do that? No, I don't at all. So knowing that I can, okay, they're here. My body is like, they're here, and my body's trying to protect me, because that's really all it's trying to do. But again, you can choose how to respond and choose how. So now, again, it's data. I process the information. Okay, no, I don't want to be confrontational. I don't want to be, short. I don't want to be, I don't want to be how I know I can be. I can be real kind of passive aggressive sometimes. So I don't really want to do that. So, okay, I'm only speaking on the facts. I mean, you're still not going to, mishandle me. but I can still speak on facts and speak on the facts of whatever the situation is with confidence. So again, your nervous system learns. It really learns. It doesn't need to brace. What becomes available for building, not just surviving. What becomes available for building. So we got to change how we look at that. These things are here for building and not just surviving. That's what we mean by ontological safety. It's not tied to circumstances. It's coded in your coherence. What happens when you stop needing? Once you no longer create from needlessness, lack, or fear, you start creating from clarity, from vision, from overflow. Let's call it unarmored artist state. So that the unarmored artist state, you aren't trying to control outcomes. You're inviting alignment. You're not gripping. You're channeling. You're not building from panic. You're sculpting from presence. So let's kind of get into, how that looks. Here's a quiet shift. So you can ask yourself, before this, or before you was in this state, you will be like, will this work? Will this work? Now you ask, is this mine to do? Is this mine to do? Because now you have a choice. Because now you already know, you got the idea, but again, is this mine to do? And if you feel like, okay, this is mine to do, now I can move with clarity and precision. Because it's not even about will this work. That's not even that's out of the framework. That's not even a question. If you're involved, if we're involved, if we have an idea in it, and we have the different steps already, we just know the steps. That's letting you know it's going to work regardless. It's going to work. You become magnetic not because you try harder, but because you're finally undisrupted enough to let resonance do the heavy lifting. Let's chop that up again. You become magnetic not because you try harder, but because you're finally undisrupted enough to let resonance do the heavy lifting. I really like that because we get in our minds just because of programming. We have to go, try and do, all these different things. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but we should do it from resonance and clarity, because now I'm free. So now I don't feel bogged down with the task or the work aspect of whatever I'm doing. I don't feel bogged down by that because I still have to do it. But now I feel clear and free. Oh, wow. So now I'm better to do this 1,000 times better because I'm clear, I'm focused, and it just feels natural. It feels great to do whatever that I'm doing, I'm creating, I'm building. And it may be, you may love your job. You just, trying to find a better way to go about it. So you won't be so stressed out, and be honest with you, even if you don't love your job, you can find a way to not hold resistance and still do what you do well. That'll help. I'm telling you, it'll help. I gotta say, it'll help once you get into that space of not holding resistance at your current position. It'll open doors for other things to come. I am telling you, for me, in September last year, I was working at the hospital. I have literally just been the frequency of multiple opportunities since then. And even an opportunity I'm about to start tomorrow. So again, I'm not telling you these things because I heard this. I'm not telling you these things because I've seen it. I'm telling you these things because I've experienced it. When I stopped, I really didn't hold no resistance anyway, but when I started to just go into the hospital job and just do it well with a clear mind, open to, everything, doing my job the best that I can do with clarity and precision, being excited about doing it, understanding that opportunities are endless for me. Once I start just moving that way, just moving that way, opportunities just start coming. Boom, boom, boom. So it's, it's truly eye opening once you start to once you start to move that way, and then you have the physical evidence of how you're moving, and just being a person, just being the best you that you can be. Practical harmonics for clean creation. Let's land this in action. What does clean alignment creation actually look like? So let's go through these different, practical harmonics to try this week. Something we can try at any moment. I create from safety, not survival. My clarity is enough to begin. My clarity, whatever this now moment has created for whatever vision, you may not see exactly. If you got steps A through Z, you may not see, all the steps, but this point, your clarity, to me, that's twofold. So the clarity of what I want to do and the clarity on how I want to do it is enough. That's enough to just begin. Didn't say finish, begin. I'm telling you, once you start the other aspects, again, I love the concept of I'm going to build the plane while flying it. Build a plane while flying it. I move without waiting for applause or agreement. I move without waiting for applause or agreement. My decisions are sacred, not subject to debate. I am the field. I don't chase. I configure. Nothing needs protecting. That's why it's powerful. I build not to impress, but to express. So those 7, practical harmonics that can be said throughout the week, through each day. You can do it like this. You can set a timer for 3 minutes. Sit with one of these, or, go through all 7 of them. Speak them out loud, of course. Look at yourself in the mirror and say these. Let your body feel what your mind already understands. Because you always, so energetically, vibrationally, you feel it. Your mind has already got it. Your body feels it. And then to me, you see it. You see it, in the 3D. You see it and it manifests. But it was already went through those different steps before it has already manifest. And then also, too, once you're clear, is less problematic or turbulence when you get those things. So if you somehow manifest a new opportunity job wise or anything like that, or a car, or some money, or just a great opportunity, but then something weird it comes with it, like you get a new job and your manager, you don't get along with your manager or your coworkers, or your new car and something happens to it shortly after you get it, or opportunity happens, but then it doesn't exactly pan out. To me, when those happen, you did manifest those situations, but for some reason you had some resistance that was still along with it, and that created that extra turbulence that necessarily didn't have to come. But again, that just goes to show how powerful we are. Goes to show. So to me, this is a great way to help reprogram the frequency of how we create, not with effort, but with consistency. And then the consistency just builds trust. To me, it builds trust with ourselves. Once you're consistent with these things, and now you get a lot of these different ideas and different, just a lot of different blueprints you get of things that you want to do. Then you're able to trust yourself, because that it's coming from a place of clarity and precision. And then now you're able to move forward because it's coming from you and you trust you now. You're in a space where the ideas, they may be big, but it's not like, again, will this work? Absolutely. Do you want to do it? Is the question. Should you do it? How do you want to do it? That's the only question that should come up. But so let's get into this. So this is for you. This is for us. This is for us as we move forward. So the way that we kind of went through this wasn't just about the mystical idea of manifestation. It was about reclaiming the simplicity of our power. We didn't go through this with like a fantasy kind of vibe. We kind of broke it down with our everyday sovereignty and how we choose and how we breathe and how we stop waiting for the world to confirm you before you move. You don't have to wait on that. You just move in whatever aspect you need to do. Again, the clarity that you have for whatever idea right now is enough to move forward, to begin. And if there's one thing to remember as we step back into our day, into moving forward, the real miracle isn't that you can create anything. It's not the real miracle. Is that you don't need anything else to begin. Not validation, not permission, not perfect timing. You already are the yes. So let's go create, not from proof, from peace, not from lack, but from listening. From listening. And I say listening to, yourself, listening to how you feel, listen to your body, just all of that, all those pieces. Just listen a full circle, coherent listening of moving forward. And it happens quick. You don't have to sit there and I'm not saying you sit there and you can do it through meditation, or you can do it meditation is just sitting quietly and just listening to, just use that idea, whatever it is, and just, sit with it, How would I move? And then, write it out, do whatever you need to do. However, you already enough. You already have everything, the blueprints, the masterful way you think, the way you comprise and organize information, the way that you do, how you do it is enough. And it's truly effective. And it is going to shine through multiple different aspects of, whatever project, whatever artistry, whatever poetry, business, whatever ideas you have, it's going to shine through. It's going to shine through. So you are already the yes, no matter what. Not from pressure, but from precision. Let it be gentle. Let it be clean. Let it be now. So let's just move. And I'm always speaking to myself because I got a few different things that I've created and done. And I want to get out there. I already got the ideas for it. So it's just, again, about just moving and doing it, taking time and doing it. And at least for me, I know I can procrastinate because it's to me, it's multi-layered, and it's funny. I can share this and I can be good. So for me, it's not about if it'll work for me. It's how well it's going to work, and am I ready to hold that? For me, I'm just telling you because being in a space where you felt like you're unworthy of a lot of different things and working, again, building myself up to be able to just move and be consistent, is I have to constantly just say, David, you got it. Because to me, it's not about if it'll work. Again, it's not for me. It is how well it is going to work. And am I ready to hold that and essentially just be that person that can be, that created this thing and be able to move forward with clarity and precision and be happy and not stressed out about, what that's going to bring. So that, for me, that's one of my big things. So appreciate y'all today, vibing, and just understanding that, hey, that no matter what, the real miracle isn't about you can create anything. It's that you can create without needing anything. That's the key for today. That's the vibe. So appreciate y'all. Also, too, again, I've been getting questions about the like language. This blue one over here, I didn't create this. I bought this at it's an art thing we had here in our city. So it was real wonderful. And I was just asking about light language, and she didn't really know about it. So it just spoke to me, so I enjoyed it. But everything else I have created. Also, this right here with the mask is something I had the mask for a while, and I said let me incorporate this with the light language. So again, if you need anything, hit me up. It's Alchemy Avenue 859 at Gmail. Alchemy Avenue 859 at Gmail. It'll be in the description as well. So if you need anything, or if you want one of these, just let me know. Let me know as well. We can always work something out. Again, when you're infinite, you can just share and do what you do. I don't have to worry about, giving something away or, co-creating with, something. Also, too, yeah. So again, if you have a service or products, and I don't mind trading, so I've done that. So a lady, she wanted some light language, and I've done that. She had like a service, I forgot what she had. It was because it was a while ago. But yeah, if we want to do that, we can do that too. I don't mind doing that. We got some products, whatever. Either way, we can always work it out. It doesn't have to be, let's say, monetary, which is always a good exchange, because I'm always gonna support. If I see something I like, I'm gonna support it, and I don't need a discount, all that stuff. I'm gonna support. That's just how I am. But again, this is a piece. Oh, this piece is. So the title of this piece is "Be You." You're the only one that you can be. That is that. So with the mask, it's not saying we're taking the mask off, because it's good to be your authentic self. However, you still move in different spaces. So you may have to, be a little, not necessarily different, but the mask or the different personalities that you let out are just there to enhance the authentic you. So that's just, co-creating with that, and that energy is just, I don't know. I really like it. I really like it. I'm gonna do some more with the mask, because I like that concept. So again, take care, love yourself so you can love others, be empowered, walk with power, dreams, visions, whatever you've been doing and seeing and experiencing, just know you got it. Don't let it overwhelm you. Harmonize and balance those different things, because they're only here to enhance how you live throughout each and every day. So appreciate everything as always. Ashe.